that's wrong.
What is going on, guys? Algo 2000, and today I'm going to be explaining the Warframe raid in more detail. The Law of Retribution, which is the first raid, because the new raid is about to come out soon in a couple days. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is you're going to need the following Warframes: Frost, Nova, Loki, maybe a Volt, Valkyrie if you want to hold down buttons. You're going to need a Frost for part 2. You're also going to need a Vauban just to hold enemies down, crowd control basically. And maybe, and also most important player here, Trinity. You'll need Trinity, of course. Once you have your frames assembled, you need at least 8 to 6 players to complete the raid successfully. I haven't done it with any other players lower than that number, or maybe if there are other players who have done this with 5 players, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would like to check out you guys' video. I would love to see 5 players run the raid, or at least any less than 5. Anyway, on that further note, once you spawn in, you're going to be doing the first section, which is dealing with injectors. The injectors are a pretty easy part. What you have to do is the Lokis will go hack the middle bomb site, while the other teammates will either go off to the left or right injectors. I normally do it that way, but sometimes there's some people who do it where they have one team go off to the bottom set of injectors instead of the other initial starting injectors. So you'll have your teammates already at the initial injectors. Now, need I remind you, this is the normal raid, this is not the nightmare raid, so teammates can hack all of the injectors without them resetting or dying from electric shock, and they're allowed to use ciphers in the normal raid, whereas opposed to the nightmare raid, you cannot use any ciphers whatsoever. So you hack all the ciphers except for one. You leave one cipher and you make sure you mark that with a waypoint so that all your other teammates knows that that is the last cipher that needs to be hacked. Now, once you have all that, wait for the Lokis to get there with the bomb. Once the Lokis are there, you're going to make sure that you hack that last cipher, but make sure that you hack that cipher once they reach about 90% of the bomb stability. Once the bomb is stable, hack that injector, make sure that the Loki drops it right next to the bomb, and then you could shoot it to explode. Once it explodes, move on to the next injector, and basically you just repeat that same process, and that's pretty much the first step in a nutshell, or the first part in a nutshell, I'm sorry. On to the second part of the raid. Now, the second part of the raid is a bit more complex than the first. Basically, it requires a bit of teamwork and a few critical thinking skills, such as listening here. All you have to do is listen to the raid leader or the team leader as to what to do. Now, first thing you gotta know is that you gotta hack panic buttons when you get to preferably the last person to get on a panic button would be a Loki. The first set of people to get on panic buttons would probably be the guys who are using utility moves such as Trinity, Vauban, or Frost. Those kind of guys, you want to get those on first so that you can get the other players in. Now, panic buttons spawn are normally at the 4 corners of the room, and depending on if it's lit or not, it will have an orange glow to it, and you will have a light on it, and basically you hack it. Now, once you're done hacking it, an image is gonna appear on the screen. Now, once the image appears, you basically get someone to step on the corresponding image button, because basically it is a button. It's a giant orange button. If you step on the wrong one, it will reset and shock the player who's on top. Now, the detrimental part is if midway you decide to step off the button, you will end up killing all the other teammates who are on it. Now, once once your other teammates are on their respective buttons and everything goes well, you should be able to pass the first part of the second part. Now there's a second part to the first part, which is a core hijack. Now this is where Frost is at his peak, his prime here. Frost is going to be the core driver, whereas everyone else are going to look for buttons to step on and other things to look out for, like enemies. Nova's going to be priming half the time, Loki's going to be stepping on buttons, and all the other people will be dealing with ads and stepping on buttons. Now at the initial part, you have two players that are going to step on a button, and then once they step on the button, there's going to be lightning at the top of the rail, or electricity. You basically want to make sure that disappears. Once the core passes over it, once the Frost runs over with the core and passes over that designated spot, then they can hop off those buttons. And basically you do that vice versa around the map. There are 2 buttons, actually 4 buttons after the first area, and then the second area has 2 buttons, and then another area has 4. And the last area basically has like 4 buttons, G3, and 2 paths of lightning. Now you want to make sure that those things all cross over. The Frost is spamming buggles, and he's juggling the core to make sure that it doesn't step over the lines. Now once you pass that, kill the G3, and everything's done, you should be able to advance to the next stage. The next stage is rather easy, which is basically killing Vahek. Now this is where all those corrosive projections, and Frost is also at its prime, as well as Nova. So what you do is, for the third part, is that you're going to get you basically want to deal with the Vahek situation clockwise. Once you enter and you initiate the boss fight, you want to start with the first one clockwise. So clockwise rotation, whichever one you want to start with, just do it clockwise so that it doesn't reset. Once basically you're gonna take out a bomb carrier, but don't take him out until each person's on a button, and whoever has the biggest energy pool picks up the bomb, which is preferably, once again, a Loki. Once the Loki has the bomb, you're going to make sure Frost is in the middle, using his snow globe, protecting those panic buttons so that no Grineer can get to it, and they kill you all with the Fomorian blast. That will instantly cause the raid to fail, and you'll have to start it all over. As for Trinity, she's going to be blessing everyone, keeping everyone alive, and the 2 other players are going to look at the door that you selected, see wherever the cords lead to those buttons, step on the respective buttons. Normally you have to step on 2 to open a door. Once you step on the 2 buttons to open the door shall open. Loki's going to enter. He's going to make sure he places the bomb at the center once he enters in. Make sure he drops the bomb down at the center, gets out as quickly as possible, and then it's basically going to bring up some flames or whatever. And basically you do that, repeat that step until it's done. After it's done, basically you're going to make sure Nova primes Vahek and you kill him. And that's pretty much it. That's the normal raid in a nutshell. And this is also one way to get arcane enhancements. Arcane enhancements normally sell for a decent amount on the market. Most arcane enhancements boost your stats just by a little bit, but you can stack as many as 10 up to onto a helmet or a Syandana. There's no way to remove them yet. Probably update 17 will have that way pretty soon, and it will be dropping on PC very shortly. Right now I'm playing this game currently on PS4. Normally I know that most of you watch my videos and see me playing on PC, but I decided to hop on over to PS4 just to see on how well it plays. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Like, comment, and subscribe. Any constructive criticism always helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time. And tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Alright guys, until next time.